controls, I'm just sliding everywhere. Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
Just tumbling like a seed or something. So, anyways, this game is Tumbleseed, and it's getting, or got a lot of kudos. I don't know. I like it, but it's frustrating and hard. And seems to be the week where it's like, I don't know, we just have to like see, is this our perceptions or is this what other people feel? Now, with this game, from what I read, it starts off hard, but then it gets easier. But I don't know if that's because
of the
you
controls.
get used to the game and like balancing and everything. This is a game that requires or demands patience. Like, you need to be patient balancing the stick. And I don't know if it's just I'm not in that frame of mind today, or maybe I'm in a contra mood today. But I feel like we have to balance the stick, and it's frustrating because you want to keep playing, and like I wanted to balance and get over the bridge, and I'm just like, Nick, here, take over. I don't feel like balancing a stick right now.
Yeah, and it's like I'm trying to balance the stick, and I even like the controls are kind of easy to understand, but they're like
not
really
hard
difficult
to master. That's what I think this game is. It's a cool concept, it's original concept, and you're trying to balance a seed. I give it kudos for that. I just find it, to me, maybe I just don't have the patience today, but I don't feel like I can like have the patience to play this game as a pseudo adventure puzzler. I don't know what you would call this game.
I think it'd be like
it's a Nintendo gimmick game.
Yeah, this would be better on like Switch.
Yeah, I think if you were balancing with an actual controller balancing rather than the keypad, I don't know, it's hard to say. I think I have respect for the game of what they're trying to do. I'm just not sure how much fun. Like, this reminds me of like a Japanese like arcade game, like a gimmicky sort of game rather than like a home console like game. Like, this is to me like a proof of concept game. That's what I think I'm trying to say, rather than this is the next Zeitgeist. Am I pronouncing it?
It is on
Zeitgeist?
Switch.
It is on Switch. I think it came on PC first. I don't find it, I don't know, maybe it's just me this week. I just find it's not fun. Like, I think maybe it's just me this week. I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't know.
It has the potential. I think it definitely works better on Switch.
Yeah.
I mean, I haven't tested it out, but the way I can see it as have the potential to be like it utilizes the controls of a Switch control.
I think it needs an action controller, and that's why I'm thinking it feels more like an arcade game rather than a game where it's like I've got my keyboard, I'm just gonna bounce it. You can do it that way. I just find it's too fussy for my taste.
Yeah. I mean,
and
like,
there's some irony in that.
Yeah, this is one of those games where your standard laptop setup of like the keyboard and touchpad is not enough.
No, that's what I feel. I feel like you need an extra peripheral to feel like to get the most out of this game, and it's a cool concept game, but I think that's what it is. It's a proof of concept, like, hey, let's balance my seed. And to me, it just feels like instead of like fun, this is one of those games to me, it's more of like frustration. Like, if you like this game, the games that are more frustrating and like you have to be super patient, fine, maybe this will be your cup of tea or your bag of weed or whatever. I don't know. It just, to me, this feels like more work than play.
Yeah, definitely.
Like,
it's like you're trying to get through the game, and it's like you understand, like you can switch between characters, and each character has their own unique thing.
What was the thorn character like? Because I didn't really play
the thorn character creates thorns that you use as weapons.
Yeah, but like you can't. It's not a separate balancing thing. It's just you attack enemies.
Basically, you have to maneuver yourself onto these places in the ground where you can plant seeds.
Okay.
And those seeds become like either flags, weapons, or
But you
crystals.
can't use at any time to use those weapons, can you?
You could probably do, but like you can't. You have to grow the weapon.
Yeah.
Is what I'm trying to say.
It just seems like it's a cool concept. Yeah, it's interesting. It's totally different, but sometimes totally different works. Sometimes totally different instant fun. And for me, this feels like say you're trying to balance a stick in real life and or a hacky sack, and that's fun for some people, but
for other
personally,
people,
that's what it feels like to me.
And you know what?
It feels like this is like a niche game. It doesn't feel like a game like you would play. Like if people walk by, it's like, hey, that game looks interesting.
This game
And I
could
think on
pass
that
for a
level-
con game.
I don't know, this seems like a sort of game where like you need a lot of patience and not everyone has that patience. Normally I do have that patience. I just feel like it's more frustration than fun. That's what it feels like to me.
It's
I don't know.
a huge balancing act, and I think
It's a balancing game. Yeah.
It's a reasonable enough idea to give it a 5 out of 10.
I don't think it's horrible. It's just I'd say 6.5 or 7. It doesn't blow me away. Other people say it gets easier. I just find like it's the challenge is there up front. Unlike Tooth and Tail, which we played earlier, I feel like this is a game that you have to get over the frustration first. Like we played that Halloween game Halloween Forever, and that was still fun at the beginning. This to me it just feels like it's a chore from the very beginning, and like maybe it gets easier, but I don't feel like I'm progressing. It just feels like a challenge the whole way.
It feels like you're making a step forward and then you're taking 2 steps back.
Yeah, and you have infinite lives, right? I think so.
You have infinite lives, but like you only have like a certain amount of hits before you die and you have to start all over again.
From the start of the level?
From the start of the level, yeah.
Yeah. This is more of one of those punishing games, and it's not like the Tooth and Tail where
Or
I can be patient if I wanted to. This game, I feel like it tests my patience, and I don't see the reward in so much.
This is like-
maybe if I passed each level, I'd be like, yeah, I passed the level, but like I don't feel motivated. Like I don't have infinite patience. This is more of a game I think for someone that has like even more patience than me.
it's a step behind, or like at least 2 steps behind getting over it with Ben Foddy.
Okay, it's not a horrible game. It's just you have to have a lot of patience to balance the stick, and I feel like there's no reward to get past each part. Like it feels like each part of the level is sort of a chore rather than rewarding. Like in a shooter, you get power ups. In this game, you just happen to pass the bridge. Like I feel like there's not enough feedback reward system going on in this game. That's what I feel like. There's no and in each game, a game that's done well, there's a reward system at each step of the game. Like in Mario, you get the leaf, you get past a certain point, then you get something. Like you get an invincibility star. But this game, I feel like there's none of that. And I think that's the failure of a game like this.
Yeah.
Same with Tooth and Tail. Like, yeah, you beat the level, yeah, you get reinforcements, but I feel like there's no feedback. And I think that really nails it for me. In a video game that's done well, it's like going over, like even a beginning of Mario, as soon as you start the game, you're running, it's like, oh, that's cool. Oh, there's a coin. Oh, like you keep getting that feedback, right?
Right.
In the game that you're successful, like you're progressing. In this game, I feel like, okay, I died, now I gotta go back, or, oh, I gotta balance it, oh, I gotta balance it, oh, I gotta balance it. There's no reward, and as humans, we're balanced, we are based on that whole system, and I feel like if there's no reward, like if we don't get that feedback, naturally we want to give up. So it kills the motivation. I don't know, maybe I'm just analyzing it on a deeper level, but I think that's how these games this week, especially this one, I feel like it's not. Yeah.
And that's why I gave it that balancing score.
Yeah, to balance it out.
Let's
All right.
balance ourselves out.
Alright, yeah. It does not motivate me to balance my seeds. Alright, keep on gaming, guys. Bye.